Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just want to take a couple seconds real quick at the beginning to talk about some things I saw recently on social media when it comes in regards to certifications versus experience on the job and how to transition. Personally, I think when you start a new career in any matter, it's experience matters. Certifications matter for certain roles. There's definitely jobs out there that require certifications, even to get a foot in the door. A lot of those are in the government sector, and it's very rare that you can get a job in the government sector without a certain security cert out there. That one is the Security Plus. It's just a hard requirement that most of those companies require you for. Most agencies require it of you. So that's just what it is. But I wouldn't say that's the end all be all. I would still say and recommend that you figure out what you want to do, where your career is going in the next 3 years, and align your experience and your certifications to that plan and have a focus, right? I see so many people all the time pivot and they'll go out and get, 50 different certifications. If that's in your plan, go for it. But if it's not geared towards what you want out of the next 36 months, wait. Technology changes and shifts so rapidly that if you look always for the next hottest certification, it will deviate you from what your plan is. So I highly recommend for you to niche down into what you want to do. If I would have gotten all the certs I wanted 18 months ago, even 3 years ago now, I'd be so far off of what I want to do, right? My plan has changed so much in the last even 12 months. It's crazy. And that's how fast technology moves. I see people out there get, that want to be in project management, want to be in a scrum master, but they also get, all these different cloud certifications. If that's something you aspire to, go for it. But if it's not in the job role, not in that job description, you're just deviating yourself from your overall plan. I would much more recommend for you to go look into getting experience elsewhere and level that into your next role. So we're going to talk a bit about how you can get experience even if you're not in the field already. One of those ways is a platform like this that I'm going to show you today called Taproot. It's a Taproot Foundation, and they are a nonprofit themselves, but they connect other nonprofits with volunteers that have experience. And that experience doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be anything special. Basically, what's happening out there is the nonprofits in the United States, and there's hundreds of thousands of them throughout the country, don't have the budget to hire professionals with experience. That's where people like us can solve that problem, right? So I've used the Taproot Foundation before myself to gain experience in providing strategy experience, providing audits, and then I've been able to use that experience on resumes and actually have proof that I've done the work and can talk to that experience. So I'm going to show you real quick how to not only register as a volunteer, but also some different opportunities out there that are available right now. So to register, you're just going to go to taprootfoundation.org and you're going to go to volunteers. And then you're going to go to the bottom and hit apply to volunteer. And it's going to bring up a new page. And I would register with your LinkedIn. You also create a local account, but LinkedIn will just connect automatically and it'll provide you the benefits of already having a lot of that experience filled out that you don't have to redo. So let's look at some open opportunities that exist. So we're going to hit browse opportunities, and you're going to see like there's some 1-hour consultations. There's some consultations around, they want grant writing skills, HR volunteers. So if you want to move into HR, social media, creating buttons, grant proposals. So for IT, you may have to look, you may have to do some searching, right? But let's take a look. There's website homepage redesign. So if you want to be in UX, CRM assessment. So if you have some marketing experience you want to start using and transitioning into, here's a great one for anybody in IT. You can do IT systems and network audit. So you can click on them and you can find out more about what the company's looking for, right? Project overview, right? So this nonprofit, right? This SGAP Leaders, it's a global ambassador program, and they put a pause on all programming for 12 months. They want to evaluate the current IT tools, and they want to rebuild the infrastructure of their organization, create a standard operating procedure which ensures security and reliability. And then they want to develop a process that will help track and validate the IT infrastructure changes to systems and applications. They will help building an Active Directory which extends across all systems through their infrastructure, including the need to audit group policy settings, server mailboxes, access and modification of files, SQL Server, SharePoint, and more. This is great experience that's going to put you into so many different systems. And the 6 to 9 weeks is going to get extended, right? You're not going to do all that in 9 weeks, especially not the nonprofit working maybe 2 to 4 hours a week. But what you will do, right, is you will get experience with all these different systems they listed. And then if you're local to, say, Maryland, right, this is based out of the DMV. If you're local in the DMV, it can be done remotely, or you could partner with them in person and meet the people, begin networking with the people. It's so powerful. Like, I found a couple nonprofits that were near me when I was looking for this, and I levied it into an actual freelance job that then leveled me into different roles. It's such a powerful way to get experience that people don't know of and have never heard of. So I'm going to put all this down in the show notes, but I definitely think it's something people should look into. Another way, right, of people that can transition that might not know about is to look at contract roles. I don't recommend them from everybody. It's not always a permanent fit, but if you just need a foot in the door, nothing beats a good contract role. I've done it. I know tons of people around me that have done it. I'm not going to say they're great. I'm not going to say they're amazing. 9 times out of 10, the positions are not going to be remote, but it's a foot in the door. So I pulled up a couple, and then we're going to search for a couple. The first one I found is just a junior network engineer role. The location says Indianapolis, but if you actually look at the role, it looks like it can be done in a few different cities. But it's going to be in office 3 days a week, so it's hybrid. It's also a mid-shift role, right? But they're only looking for somebody with 2 years of experience, right? And they're going to be responsible for the technology service availability team. So they're going to support, looks like, network responsibilities, voice over IP systems. And so you're going to have the experience to work not only network troubleshooting, you're going to have experience with voice systems, and you're going to be able to pivot into these other departments and even possibly leave that contract role and work for somebody that needs that kind of experience somewhere else, right? So it's a great transitioning role and an in-between role, as I call them, right? Like, as anybody that saw my previous videos, when it comes to pivoting, sometimes you got to take a role just to get the next role, right? That 3 years really needs to be your 3-year plan. How you get that end state and that next destination in 3 years really is indifferent as long as you make it to where you're trying to get to, right? And the pivots happen. So we saw that, right? But let's look at another one. So let's take a look. I'm going to show you one of the platforms I've used a lot. The platform is called Robert Half, and they're just a really good consulting firm. They're global, and they usually have a ton of positions, right? So let's not pick the first one, right? So let's find the next job. We're going to just put junior. So you could, maybe if this ever loads. All right, so you get all these roles that start entry level, junior. As you can see, there's accountant positions. So what I recommend people that are going to use Robert Half, right, do some filtering on it. So you can choose by location, but I really will tell you to go use your specialty, right? So if you want technology, if you're in marketing, go to marketing, right? They have roles and everything. But go to technology, right? So we're going to talk technology and see what they have for junior with the technology, right? So Oracle database, developer, AI engineer, right? Network administrator. So let's take a look at this one since it starts with a little bit lower. It's based in Houston, Texas. It's permanent, so it's not a contract role. Let's see what they're looking for experience-wise. Stable network infrastructure. You're going to develop, administer, maintain the network infrastructure to support the business for security, integrity, and high availability. Investigating and solving problems related to local area networks, wide area network performance, and connectivity related issue. Control measures for LAN, and you're going to also be responsible for security, antivirus, and spam. The requirements are going to be skills in troubleshooting, analytics, and diagnostics. Server 2008, proficiency 2019. Looks like they probably are doing a migration. Experience with the VMware 2016 is preferred. VMware infrastructure, and why they listed it twice. Expertise in all Windows Server platforms, basically. You have a grasp of Active Directory. You worked in production and on-call. I don't know why they put 5 years of experience, right? So sometimes you have to look at them because they bury the lead here at the bottom, right? They put 5 years of experience. This is one where I would probably go post somewhere and say, hey, this isn't a junior role. This is an actual network administrator. So let's go back to our search. Like I said, sometimes it's deflating, but you just got to look. So let's take a look at this other network position where it's 70. So this one's based in Union, New Jersey. And so it looks like this one really is a junior role. So someone with more junior level networking experience that also won't mind doing 20 to 30% help desk support as well. So this is great for somebody that's looking to get into networking but has a help desk background. So they're small person. So the team will need some help, right? So all they're really looking for on this one is networking, TCP/IP support, LAN and WAN, service desk tickets, right? So they really are looking for someone that's just transitioning, and they have a phone number. So for this one, I recommend calling. Like if you're somebody that's in a help desk role currently and you want out of that world, call them and see if, hey, show them your resume and show them that you want a position like that. It looks like it's going to be on site. So I would definitely recommend you being near the New Jersey area. But it's not a bad pay, right? 70K in New Jersey, it's definitely an upgrade on the help desk role. So I would recommend looking outside of the boxes of LinkedIn and Dice and Teals even, right? Like look into local contracting companies and find roles that might fit a good transition. If you need help or you want other contracting companies, I'll have a few listed in the show notes, but definitely take a look. I think it's an interesting one and can provide a lot of value. So hopefully you liked it, and until next time.